All right, I've got an obligatory mountain view, but it is getting breezy out there, and I really just can't stay focused on this. This is what we call monsoon season here in Colorado. If you look very carefully at the ground outside, you'll see it's pretty damp. We have had, I think, 3 rainstorms in the past 24 hours, probably had about 3 or 4 inches of rain. It has been mass flooding. So, this is kind of how it goes here in the West. We've got big wildfire season ended with monsoon season. So, it's sort of a double whammy because if you look at the Aspen Acres fire update, if you're watching the news and you're seeing this year, not some future year that I posted this, you'll see they've got bad mudslides. So you get the fire and then you get a mudslide after it, as sort of like a double kick in the teeth there. That doesn't really affect us, but that does mean it's very wet outside. And as we go through the house, you're going to see where I've got some water issues that I have to address. So coming in, I've made some progress, never as much as I hope. Let me see if I can kind of stand in a better corner here. So looking at the kitchen, the back wall of the kitchen hasn't really changed that much other than the nook being fully boxed in. What has changed is I've started bringing the drywall around this wall here. So you can see I've been working my way across. I am doing incredibly sloppy work and it's not going well. I am in such a rush. Everything looks terrible, and I'm really actually pretty unhappy with it. It's a very frustrating process because, I've got like drywall cracking down here and falling apart, and I just don't have time to deal with it. So all of this stuff is stuff I'm going to come back and fix later. But the point is to get the wires covered. That is the mission. Nothing else matters. Get the wires covered. Shoot, I could rip all this drywall off, and as much of a shame as it sounds like, there's so much work that went into this. Drywall's $15 a sheet. I could replace 10 sheets and that would be just a weekend project and I could improve all this stuff. So I may plan to do that at some point, but at least for right now, you can see that we've got this pony wall where cabinets are going to be on this side, counters are going to be on the other. That's all framed in. I've got one piece I need to fill in down in the bottom corner here, and some obvious gaps that I'll be taping around outlets and things like that. But all the outlets in the kitchen are now trimmed. All the light switches are working. Lights in the kitchen are working. I've got downlights coming in, and I'm actually doing a pretty good job with those. So those do actually line up. I'm using a laser so that I can get them all in precisely the same line, and I think they came out looking pretty good. Obviously, I've got some more bits that haven't been done there, but I actually am going to call for inspection before doing that. So my focus will mainly be on just getting the insulation in place to conceal the wires. And as long as that's done, I think that they're going to let me slide because they've let some of my neighbors slide. You can see I've got some boxes trimmed out here on the wall. So the kitchen is basically done as far as the electrical is concerned. And the dining room is as well. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. I do have one piece of drywall that I'm going to install today. I'm not going to worry about above the windows, and that's all set. And I do have one bug. I'm a developer, so I think in terms of bugs. When I open the breaker or turn on the breaker here, it pops immediately. So I probably got a ground touching something in one of these receptacles. It started as soon as I trimmed out these 2 receptacles on this wall, so I've got a pretty good clue of where to look. And I'm going to get after that this morning, get that sorted out. It's probably something simple. This very common thing. Yeah, I've got, I'm in a hurry. I was actually doing these at night in the dark. I didn't even have my flashlight going. So just have to dig in there and figure out what I've got touching something else. Get that sorted out this morning. And then today I will be getting into the great room. So my goal is to get... I know it looks like a bit of a mess in here, but it's just because this is the dumping ground for all the other rooms. It should clean up really quickly, and I'll be able to take care of, what I need to do for this. The one thing that I've got is some damaged insulation. You can see I took on a ton of water. These windows are not sealed. And that's not sloppy work on my part. It just wasn't the right time. I need to realign them. Realigning them is not required for the final. And so they're all kind of just in a mishmash of... how they were arranged there. So I need to get that sorted out, but really all I have to do is run drywall across the bottom of the wall here just to conceal that wire. So I'm going to get that done today, and then, all this stuff will get closed up. And I have to deal with some water ingress that's happening here. I may go out and zip tape the windows. Even if I'm wasting the tape just to seal them, I'll have to cut the tape back off, but I just need to stop water from coming in here. So I need to figure that out and try to decide what to do. It is not a priority, but I'm being forced to deal with it because it's destroying stuff. So I've got water coming in down here in the bedroom. It's mostly dried up, so you can't see where it was, but you can see a little bit of it under the wall. That's water. And what's happening is it's coming in under the door because the door is not completely sealed. There are just a couple of little gaps, and the wind will drive the rain straight sideways into the house. I don't have a roof over this deck yet. There will be one, but again, not a priority. So just all hassles I wish I didn't have to deal with. And that's just kind of the way the project is going. That being said, we are pretty close to wrapping up here. My hope is that if I can push really hard today on this great room, get some drywall around the corners here so the lower wires are all concealed. There aren't really any wires in the upper walls, so I'll get all that stuff sorted out. I will actually put in for the inspection tonight, maybe tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. Time's a-wasting. Everything's due by Monday of next week. But I still have to do the loft. So I'm going to make my best, attempt here at what sheetrock I have left, which I think is about 20 sheets. I've got like 14 here and another 7 up front. That might be enough to cover everything so I don't have to go out to the store. I'll put in for the inspection, start cleaning the place, get ready for that, and we will skid in sideways. Stick with us, folks. We got a day or two left to go, and everything's going to happen here in the next 48 hours. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.